Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 163 here on Season 1. Today we are getting into getting a Genesis mining contract, or my thoughts on getting a Genesis mining contract. Anyways, this comment comes from Ryne Huston. He asks or says Bitcoin mining contracts are available again with Genesis mining, which they just again disappeared, but then they re-put them back out to come, or as a pre-sale for March 15th. They were pre-sale for in February, but all those were bought up or whatever. So anyways, what are your thoughts on getting a contract, especially with the fork happening and the recent drops in all major cryptocurrency, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, etc.? So because I'm a little bit behind, this question was about a week ago, so there was a dip about a week ago, but now Bitcoin, I think, just set another new all-time high. I don't really pay attention a whole lot to cryptocurrency prices and that kind of stuff, just because I'm not a trader of it. I'm like a long-term holder, and my view on cryptocurrency might be different than people that are trying to make money on cryptocurrency. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. So I honestly enjoy using Genesis mining. I really love the fact that you don't have to have the knowledge to buy a mining rig and get your own mining rig set up, is that you can pay someone to do the mining for you, or buy a contract for them to do mining for you, and you get payouts that are roughly profitable. I mean, the Bitcoin contracts, like, what are my thoughts on the Bitcoin contract? Bitcoin contracts are probably the best, most profitable contract that Genesis mining sells, and the nice thing about those contracts is that they are lifetime contracts until it's no longer profitable. And it seems like right now that they're going to be profitable for quite a while. I think that in order for them to become non-profitable, it has to drop below like $3,000. I was computing or something like that. I mean, with those contracts, they're profitable. You'll basically start making money off those contracts within about 150 to 200 days, which is only like 4 or 5, 6 months or so. So that's actually really good on those contracts. Every other contract, like the Zcash, I don't know about Dash contracts, haven't been available a long time. Zcash, Ethereum, and Monero, those contracts are going to become profitable about 450 days, somewhere around in that range, which is a lot longer to wait. It's actually twice as long to wait for your contract to become profitable. And then after that, you only get about 200 days of profitability. And by that time, maybe the actual contract is no longer profitable until they drop it or whatever it may be. That's basically, like, especially those Monero and those contracts, like, you're really playing a really long game and expecting not a whole lot of volatility and all that kind of stuff. But that doesn't mean that I don't buy them. So right now, I would have bought a 1 terahash upgrade on the Bitcoin contracts. The only thing is I don't have enough money saved up or allocated for a Genesis mining contract upgrade for that level. Typically, I upgrade at $100, and my savings that I put towards Bitcoin or Genesis mining specifically reached $100 around the time that Bitcoin contracts came available, and I wouldn't have basically been able to purchase any of those for about another like 3.5 months, because I only allocate about $20 a month to actual Genesis mining. So I'm not really too concerned about buying those. I mean, if I had the money, then I would definitely consider that would be probably the contract that I would buy. So I took my money and I bought Ethereum and Monero. I did a 100 hash upgrade on Monero, and then I did a 1 mega hash upgrade on Ethereum. And so those will be profitable probably in another like 350 days or something, I guess. But my strategy on Genesis mining is just to take all the money that I make off of Genesis mining and just reinvest it back into there to buy more contracts. So basically what I'm doing is I am having my payouts paid in Zcash because of the recent spike in Bitcoin fees. And so eventually I'll probably transfer that over into a coin that Genesis mining takes, and then from there I will buy more contracts and so on and so forth, and hopefully I can snowball that. But the reason why I like the contracts and that kind of thing is because it's an easy way to get into the crypto market without, like I said, having to buy your own mining rig or even like buy just cryptocurrency, buy and hold kind of method. However, the other kind of option would be like with CoinFlash app, where you can dollar cost average the market and have regular deposit set up, which is another, I think, very good option instead of just buying to hold. However, what I see with the recent drops and that kind of stuff is, I think when we start to use cryptocurrency as more of an actual currency and less of an investment strategy, then we'll see a lot of the volatility, the high lows and the low highs dwindle. That's just my personal opinion. Right now, a lot of people push like, oh, it's a great investment. Invest in it. It's a great investment. It's like investing. If we push invest in the euro and we kept on pushing invest in the euro, like the euro would probably skyrocket because people would be converting their money over to the euro, thus making it more valuable. That's all I'm saying, is that's what's happening with the crypto market right now, is eventually when we start to view it as a currency and not as much as an investment, like a super investment, like buy here and like hold it for 4 months and you'll like double your investment kind of thing. I think when we start to see it as a currency and start to use it as a form of payment, I think that the investment side of stuff will just dwindle, and that's the way that I feel about that. And like I said, the drops don't bother me as much. As long as my contracts still stay profitable, I could care less about whether Bitcoin goes from 7,000 to 8,000 back down to 6,000. As long as my contracts still remain profitable, I'm not really too concerned about exactly the cryptocurrency fluctuations. It happens. That's what happens in investments. It happens the same thing in stocks. So, but the reason why I use cryptocurrency is because I believe that it's a risky investment right now, but I believe that it'll eventually pay off, and I would rather get in if that's going to be the currency of the future before it becomes accepted across the board. And so that's just my own game plan. Like I said, I would buy Bitcoin mining contracts. I would buy Monero contracts or whatever. I just buy the contracts that I can purchase at that time. So anyways, that's my thoughts and criticisms and comments on those contracts. But let's go ahead and get into the question of the day, and that is, how many pairs of shoes do you own? And the answer to that is, I think 5. I own a pair of running shoes, a pair of sneakers, Vans. I own a pair of slippers, and 2 pairs of dress shoes. So yeah, 5 pairs of shoes. Not that many, I guess. Oh well. But anyways, if you guys have any questions regarding Stash, Acorns, or Robinhood, as well as general investing advice, business, Etsy, or coaching, feel free to post those questions down below, and I will try to get them on the next episode. And until next time, don't forget to subscribe up here and check out, I am still giving away silver. Check out this other video right here. And as always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.